I turned around and ran for the door. But before I could reach it, I heard a voice behind me. A voice that made my blood run cold. A voice that said, I always hated the basement. It was dark, damp, and smelled like mold. I avoided going down there as much as possible. But today, I had no choice. My mom asked me to fetch some old boxes from the basement for her garage sale. She said they were in the far corner behind the shelves. I grabbed a flashlight and headed downstairs. I turned on the light switch, but nothing happened. The bulb must have burned out. I cursed under my breath and turned on the flashlight. I scanned the basement with the beam, looking for the boxes. I saw piles of junk, cobwebs, and rat. I shivered and walked towards the shelves. As I approached the corner, I heard a faint sound. It sounded like a whimper. I stopped and listened. It was coming from behind the shelves. I felt a surge of curiosity and fear. Who or what was making that noise? I decided to check it out. I moved the shelves aside and saw a door. A door I had never seen before. I was shocked. How could there be a door in the basement? Where did it lead to? I felt a strong urge to open it and find out. I reached for the doorknob and turned it. It was unlocked. I pushed the door open and stepped inside. I was greeted by a blast of cold air. I shivered and pointed the flashlight ahead. I saw a long corridor lined with metal pipes and wires. It looked like a tunnel. I wondered where it went. I walked forward, following the corridor. I heard the whimper again. It was louder now. It sounded like a child in pain. I quickened my pace, hoping to find the source of the sound. I wanted to help whoever was in trouble. I reached the end of the corridor and saw another door. It had a sign on it. It read, Experiment Room. I felt a chill run down my spine. My brain felt like it disconnected from my body. I opened the door and entered the room. I gasped. There were cages, tubes, machines, and blood. Lots of blood. And in the middle of the room, there was a table. And on the table, there was a boy. A boy who looked like me. He was hooked up to wires and needles. He had scars and bruises all over his body. He was barely alive. He looked at me with pleading eyes. He opened his mouth and said one word.
Help.
I was stunned. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Who was this boy? Why did he look like me? What was he doing here? What was this place? I felt a wave of horror and confusion wash over me. I dropped the flashlight and backed away. I turned around and ran for the door. But before I could reach it, I heard a voice behind me. A voice that made my blood run cold. A voice that said,
Hello, son. I've been expecting you.